Well, I'm going to try to make this quick as possible. I went to the Stars of the Century show tonight and I really wanted to enjoy myself and have a good time. It's been a long weekend. I've been on stage and off stage and running around and traffic and so many different things. Just to have this opportunity, just to have a little fun with, everybody who's here in town. I was looking forward to that, especially with my girls from Michigan and the rest of the people in dressing room number one, Jalen and Cartier. I was very much looking forward to that. Only to have a fight break out right in front of me. I was in front of the spotlight, and the roped off area is right here. So it was literally right in front of me. And as the situation started, I knew from the beginning this is not going to be good because there was so much resistance as these guys was approached. Had I been on the microphone, I would have completely walked away and I would have still, kept my composure as a host, but I would have walked away from that because they were crunk from the beginning, and before even Stasha shared too many words, they were basically saying, leave me alone, basically almost get away from me. Um, I knew the situation was going to be bad, but I'm gonna try to keep this short as possible. Uh, Stasha is a queen of mine, and we've had the opportunity to reign together. So I know Stasha. Um, she did attempt to really bring the situation down and make it not so much of what it was. She really did. Um, but of course, she did it Stasha's way. And as I'm sure we all know, everybody can't handle, a personality that is as strong as Stasha's personality. And these two guys, one of the guys was pretty much trying to tell her, just back off, leave him alone. The other one was just ready. He was just ready. But anyway, then Nicole on the microphone did exactly what she was supposed to do. As a host, you go check out the other host and you kind of do your part to kind of bring the situation down. But this wasn't one of those type of situations. This was completely different. And I just really wanted to tell Stasha just to walk away, but I've really been speaking all weekend about what I'm passionate about trying to unify our community through a oneness of all living things. But it really feels like to me the majority of our community don't want to hear that. The majority of our community, it seems like they're not ready for that. But people, we have got to understand that it is something that is bigger than us. It's something that is bigger than me. It's something that is bigger than each and every one of you out there. It's something that is bigger than the nicest car that you can buy, the best clothes that you can put on your back, the best shoes you can. It is something bigger, and it's the divine power of God. And if people could just wake up and understand that, and it only takes you a short time. You can fast, you can meditate, you can do a combination of the two. You can go into deep prayer. It's a lot of things that you can do to silence the mind so that you can actually open yourself up to what's trying to come in. And a lot of people don't really understand that. And ever since I was a little boy, I knew that God had something for me to do. I felt the presence of God almost as if though He was right around me. And I know they say, He's always there, but what I'm talking about is something, it's a little bit different. So it's a little bit different. It's not just the norm. And that's why for me, I've always been a good person. I've always tried to help people because I, it's almost like I knew, that. I was, I don't want to say being judged, but it's like I knew that God was just right there. So I couldn't stray off too much. I had to just really, really stay, stay on that path. But my heart, was genuine to that. And which reminds me, I've been talking about this all weekend, and the people that I've came in contact with backstage who I had the opportunity to talk to, this is the message. We have to be better within ourselves. And if we can be better within ourselves, we'll automatically be better towards other people. Tonight should not have happened. This should not happen within our community. To me, I know there's always a time to where you may have to defend yourself physically, but when you can avoid situations, especially small situations that can turn so big, and so many people want to be the biggest and the baddest, and nobody wants to be the one who can walk away and who will walk away and who's okay with walking away and who's okay with not having the last word. The divine power of God is bigger than anything that you can imagine. It's bigger than anything here on earth. Anything, I can't even put it into words. After God came to me on September 19th and completely took over my life, and I could never be the same. I could never be the same. And when I say that, I'm thinking of, I thought I was such a good person because I done the right thing, because I always helped people, because I always gave, and I always gave and gave when I didn't even have to give, I gave. If people could just understand, if people could just feel what I went through when I went through my entire experience. And because people can't feel it, that's why it's up to me to open my mouth and to share and to try to get people on the right path and to tell people that we need to be unified through a oneness of all living things, because we are connected more than we actually know. We look at somebody else and we think that there's somebody else, but we're actually looking at ourselves. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the color. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter how much money the other person makes. It doesn't matter if they're homeless. It doesn't matter. We are all one. And people just don't understand that. Instead of going on YouTube, pulling up some of the music videos that can be entertaining, pull up how to meditate, how to become one within oneself, how to open up what's in here, how to clean your pineal gland, how to clean it so that way you can open yourself up to receive more power in the word of God, because he's constantly, and it's constant, he's constantly speaking to us and trying to get us to understand what's right and what's wrong. He's constantly teaching us lessons. And on September 19th, when he came to me in my life, he even brought back all of those times flashing before my face, time after time, where all of these lessons have been trying to be taught to you. And so many times we turn our back, so many times we walk away. But that time, that time has to stop, because if we stay on the same path that we're going right now, everything that we're passionate about in the entertainment industry, everything that we're passionate about in this pageantry industry, all of that is going to continue to crumble, because we all know that we're going backwards. And if you can't open your mind up enough to be honest within yourself to know that we're going backwards, then you're more lost than the people who was fighting tonight. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like I have so much to say about this, because this is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I've been talking about all weekend. God is your leader. The title of the song is God is your leader. Get your life right. Get your life right. You have to understand that. I'm going to have to make another video to finish this up, because I just really feel like I have to get this off of my chest. And if I don't, I don't even think I could stay in Atlanta tomorrow, because it affect me just that much.